Alrighty then. Hopefully, I've got everything set up that I need to have set up. I'm going to open the first box. Oh, real heavy stuff from Open Builds. For the Open Builds CNC, and I got my address label and everything there right in front of you, but that's all right. And hopefully, I'm actually recording this with a regular camera because I'm actually going to make a real video of this later and, cut it down and all that. But I need to, if you didn't watch the stream this morning, I need to unbox this one because they want to make sure. What's up, non-fam? They want to make sure if they have to send out another box that they got the right stuff in it and I'm not missing anything. If you don't know, there's 2 boxes, maybe 3. One of them seems to be lost in shipping. We're not sure yet. We're waiting, but they want to be ready on Wednesday. Basically, we agreed to wait till Wednesday. If the other box shows up, yay, everything's great. If it doesn't show up by Wednesday or there's no tracking, the problem is there's no tracking right now. 0. It has not left New Jersey as far as USPS is concerned. It's still in New Jersey. If it hasn't moved, if there's no tracking movement or it hasn't shown up by Wednesday, as we all know, sometimes the tracking gets screwed up and the thing shows up and, no tracking ever was recorded, whatever. If nothing happens by Wednesday, they're going to send out another box, but they want to make sure all the parts are there because I did a special order. I took some things out. I added some things. So it wasn't like a standard order. And they're not sure what went in what box. One of the major things I didn't get was the router because I literally have one sitting right there. So I was like, I don't need to spend $200 on a router I already got. So we need to open this so I can give them a list of what's in it. So if it does come down to it, they have all the information on Wednesday to ship it out. So let's open her up. And I really can't see the phone and read what's going on, but what's up, RC? Yeah. All right. First things first. A packing list, I believe. I need my glasses to read it. So there is no, this is just the bundle. It's saying all the stuff that I should have slipped, but it doesn't tell me what actually is in this box. I don't think. But it does give me some information about everything. We will see. First thing, stickers! Gotta have Open Build stickers. Okay. Some wire loom. I have bunches of this already, not in black, but I have this stuff. There's some cardboard. This thing is pretty well packed. I will have to do a zoom to show you. There's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of stuff. I can't see because I got the phone all funky. Come on, where's the camera? Why does the camera keep doing that? But yeah, it's pretty well packed. I'm actually going to do it. What the hell did that just... Why did it do that? Okay, back. I'm actually going to do it with this, which I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Like I said, I'm actually recording this with my regular camera. Okay, that's everything in the box right there. And actually, I think I'm changing the angle of this. You guys will have to just be patient with me. Of course, I just hit the stop recording button. And I will bring this up and move this down. And you can see all the cool stuff in here. Okay, some cable chains. Nicely packed. And, ooh, this I didn't know you were getting with it. Some Open Builds, their own ball head bits, drivers. Sweetness. Then we have a bunch of wiring. These are stepper motor wires from the looks of it. We have a power line or two. It looks like two. Probably one for the power supply and one for an extension. Some bags. It just says bundle 350. I don't know what's in any of these. Doesn't really matter because I know all they cared about is this right here. There is one aluminum extrusion here. That's what they were mostly worried about. They weren't sure if they packed this in this box or the other one. Some more bags of, I'm guessing that's wire because there's wire sticking out. And there's a buttload of angled, the 90-degree angle aluminum. And a box with something in it. Oh, this is the DeWalt shoe. This is the dust shoe. And this is the thing I really was looking for. Oh, this is the power supply. And it is a true Meanwell power supply. Meanwell power supply. And then more parts. And more stuff. Here is a stepper motor. I don't know what all of this stuff is. This looks like the plates. I'm not positive though. Yeah, those are the plates. Some plates. Get rid of this cardboardy crap. Cardboard going out tomorrow to the dump. Another stepper motor. Goddamn stepper motors are huge. I'm so used to the little ones, you know, for 3D printers. Some more. I have no idea what that is. Guessing it's more wires and something kind of heavy. I'm guessing this is all screws from the looks of it. More plates. They really packed the crap out of this thing. I'm guessing, I don't know what these are. These look like, oh, this is a buttload of bearings. And here's some angle plates. Not that you guys can see them in the bubble wrap. And here's another stepper motor. And here's some more plates. And what are these? Some kind of brackety thing. Oh, I'm guessing this is the motor bracket for the motor. And I'm not really catching this, am I, with the big camera? Well, that would suck. Since that was the whole purpose. And two more stepper motors. These things are monsters. Yeehaw! It is a big machine. And then, the big ticket item. Another sticker! I thought that's what was in here. I don't know what's in here. Let's open it up and find out. So there is the 1C channel. But that's all there is. This is the ZC channel. And to be honest, it's alright. This box is kind of, oh, this is the dust cover. I said that. It says it right on it. It's a dust shoe for the DeWalt. Because I have the DeWalt router, but I wanted the dust shoe for the DeWalt router, which is all fancy and sticks on there and snaps together. And look, I can sweep now. I can sweep with this. So there's the dust shoe. That's in its own little box. But this is the big ticket item. The one thing I did want from them, because, and I believe he's here, Barry, and I can't read my phone that far away. What are the reddish tubes by the ceiling? What reddish tubes by the ceiling? Oh, the red tubes in the ceiling? That's my radiant heat for upstairs. Yes, this place has radiant heat when I ever get it fully hooked up. But this is the all-in-one exclusive black box that you said you actually liked, so I went with it. And I would have gone with it anyways, even if unless you'd have said it was a piece of crap. But I really liked what I read about it. Everybody seems to really love this. I can't read it. So this is the black box. This is the control unit and everything for the CNC. There's no building a board. It's all plug and play. It's got a power switch. You just plug your computer into it. It's got USB and all that good crap. A door. Oh, I'm assuming the door. It must have a cutoff for a door if you use a door. Power in, tool head, cooling, relays, door, servo, auxiliary 1. It's got all the controls for your, I'm guessing these are just your pot controls for the stepper drivers. It's got a probe, Z, Y, and X limits, and then the Z, Y, or Z, 2 Ys, and an X motor. All built in, all done. Don't have to play with it. Matter of fact, you don't even have to build it. I was watching a video where it all came in parts, and you had to build it. Where now you don't even have to build it. It's all built. And it's aluminum. It's nice. Got a fan. It's a pretty nice setup. Yeah, they show it all built here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's like directions on how to build it. I'm assuming there's all kinds of manuals and crap in here. Oh, there's power cables and stuff in here. I don't see any manuals, but oh, you're supposed to scan the little thing here, the QR code to get the manual, which is fine. I may actually bring that inside and do that later, although I think I've watched just about every video there is on it so far. And there's not that many, to be honest. There's a few out there now, but there's more on this black box than there is on this whole CNC. But that's it. That's the whole box. There are a bunch of plates. I'm guessing from the feel and look of this. I'm not going to open all these. I hope they know what they are. This has got to be the router mount from the looks and feel of it. The end plates, the big plates, the bigger plates. But these aren't really big enough, because the 2 tall plates have got to be missing. Or 4. So I think there's 4, isn't there? There's 2 on each side. Those I do not see here. I'm seeing square ones, little square ones. And only 1 piece of extrusion. Bummer. All the bearings. I have no idea what this is. Very, very light. I'm guessing this is all part of the wheels. The 4 motors are all here. Sticker. 4 motors? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 2Y, 1X, 1Z. Well, I believe this is their little wrench. They give you the wrench and everything. That's freaking cool. These are plates, just angle plates. You probably can't see them in the packaging. Wiring, more wiring, more wiring. The driver, the power supply. It's a little power supply to drive this thing. That's a 350. 24 volt 350. It looks tiny. I'm used to the big massive ones that are, 350s. All of mine are 350, 360 on my 3D printers. This is kind of cool that they give you their little driver set. 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3 millimeter ball screws. They look alright. They kind of look just like the ones I got inside. Cable chains. These are standoffs and some T-nuts. And bolts and screws. Something very light. I may actually have to open this up, but I'm hoping not to have to open all these little packages up. I'm hoping they'll remember what's in what. None of these bundles are marked as to what's in them, unfortunately, which normally wouldn't be a big deal because I'd have it all open, but we want to make sure. There's 3 sets of plates here. We want to make sure I get all my parts if they do have to send out another box. Bundle A, 27, but that's the only one that has any kind of lettering or anything. 2710. Everything else just says 350 on it. 3050, excuse me. 3050 bundle. This one's rather heavy, and it's all screws. These are really long screws. These are a whole bunch of plates and angle brackets. I'm guessing these are the bed mounting angle brackets, and then there's two or 4 or 6 45-degree angle brackets, just like we use in regular 3D printers. Something very light. All right, that's it. If they need me to open up any more of these packages to ID them, I will. I don't really want to because I want to make sure I don't lose anything, but if I have to, I have to. I will say, if you notice this, guys, this box is kind of beat up. I'm not too concerned. This thing is like extremely well padded inside of it, so I'm really not too worried about the actual unit. But I will say, even the packaging around the corners here is all mushed really badly, actually. Now I'm a little concerned. I'm not really concerned, because this is all aluminum. This isn't plastic. This is all aluminum, and I don't see any stress marks or damage or anything to it, so I'm not too concerned about it. And Open Builds is like super fantastic. I mean, I emailed them to it this morning and said, look, the thing hasn't moved. I'm not, super duper concerned yet. We know how USPS works. Sometimes it'll move and sit, especially when it's big boxes. But if it does come down to it, what's your plan of attack? And she emailed me back right away and said, if we don't hear anything by Wednesday, we will box up another box and ship it out to you and make sure you get it. S3D. Who gives a crap about S3D? What are you guys talking about S3D for? That's so like 10 years ago. So there's that. There is the Open Builds box 1. So there is some plates. I'm guessing this is the mount for the motor. These are all the screws, or at least some of the screws. Some of the standoffs, T-nuts. This is another package of plates. These are a buttload of the 45-degree like we use in our 3D printers. I have no idea what these are. I'm going to say these are the wheels. Oh no, those aren't wheels. Because the wheels are supposed to be the white ones, aren't they? I think these are the wheels because I can't see anything in there, but there's a lot of stuff and it's light. Those might be the wheels. More aluminum brackets. The tool. I'm guessing this is their little mini wrench. Ooh, poppers. A bunch of wiring. This is really heavy and mushy, and I'm guessing this is all screws and standoffs from the looks of it. I can see the standoffs in this corner and a bunch of screws. I'm just going through this for my own head so I know what's going on. And that should be it for now. So there's that. So what are you guys up to tonight? Let me bring this phone back here where I can actually see you guys, read it. Yeah, notes there, built over bot. I can stop recording that because that's done. Yeah, it's got the hardened polycarbonate wheels, Barry. Yes, they are the polycarbonate ones, but I guess they're the clear hard ones. They're not the black ones. No, I didn't get rid of the squirrels. They were just running around upstairs, and I was trying to. I thought I did. I sprayed the crap out of here, but I came in here and started setting up, and they were all scurrying around up there. So I guess I'm gonna have to get more potent stuff. That stuff I sprayed today, I just got a gallon of. It's not very strong. I mean, it's potent, but I don't even smell peppermint out here anymore. This place is pretty well aerated, so it's not exactly a airtight building by any matters of means. So it won't, hold the odor like the house does. The house still stinks. I sprayed the peppermint ant spray on Saturday morning, and the house reeks of peppermint. I mean, like nasty reeks, especially in the basement where I sprayed the most. And that stuff works. The ants just like, I couldn't believe it. You spray it around you spray it inside the house first because you want them out. Because it doesn't really kill them. It will if they get in direct contact, but what it does is it bothers them so much they want to leave. The peppermint works with both rodents and insects. Neither one of them like it much. It's not like perfect, this I know, but supposedly, and it does, at least the ant. I spray it in the house. I do it around the kitchen, like around the cabinets, because that's where they mostly come out of these days. And I do the basement along the ceiling line. I have the ceiling tiles up, and you can get to the framing, and I spray all along the framing around the perimeter of the basement. And by the time I go outside, because I usually spray the actual foundation like right at the edge of the house, by the time I go out there, you'll see ants streaming out of the house, like they're running away. So it does work on the ants. It seemed to work on the mice over the winter because I was using the same stuff for the mice over the winter, and I'd get 1 or 2 mouse during the winter, if that, since before Christmas. And I could snag 3 or 4 a night before I started using it. So I know it works for the mice and the ants. It just, this latest, it's a different brand. Oh, shut up. The main camera shutting down. The thing is, I don't want to use harsh chemicals. For one, it makes me sick. It makes me very, very sick. I have like 3 gallons of it. I will spray it on the outside. I won't spray it in the house, like the Ortho ant be gone crap. It works really well. These are carpenter ants, by the way. I don't have like sugar ants, food ants. These are big, like humongous, like half 3/4 inch long carpenter ants. They're huge, and they're eating the house. Had them before, got rid of them, rebuilt the whole wall, the whole kitchen and dining room wall. I rebuilt like 20 years ago because of them, and thought we got rid of them, and they've been back like the last 4 or 5 years, but much less since I started spraying them. But the nasty stuff that just kills them all, one, bothers me, makes me extremely sick. Makes my mother very sick too. Don't like the odor. She just doesn't like the odor. But it actually makes me sick to my stomach for like days after it, if I get anywhere near it. And it stinks. And it kills them in the house. What I like about the peppermint is it drives them out of the house. because it does kill them. If they come in direct contact with it, like if you spray them with it, they ball up and freaking squirm, and then an hour later you'll see them all dead on the ground all around the base of the house, all around the foundation. If they don't come in direct contact with it, like when I spray it in the house, they all come streaming out. It just drives them out. They don't like the smell. They don't like being in contact with it. Because I guess ants smell through their feet, like all spiders and ants, and because that's the other thing is that keeps spiders out of the house, keeps insects out. Like insects that normally would fly in your window, if they smell that peppermint, they don't go anywhere near the house. So anyway, there is that. That's the main unboxing. I kind of like these. I mean, these are the same things as the ones I have, the Bond Haas or Boat Haas or whatever I have inside. They actually look pretty nice. My feet smell too. What's up, Dum Dum? Yeah, my feet smell too, but ants and rats actually like that smell. That's the problem. Dogs, they like the smell too. They eat your shoes. Yeah. So I have to contact them and let them know what was in here. And I may take just a snapshot of this. I'm pretty sure all they're worried about is what extrusions came in it, because the big box is just extrusion. I think this is everything else. The extrusions and the lead screws. There's no small lead screw in here. There's a short lead screw for the Z. And I don't see any push bearings or anything, but I haven't opened any of these yet. I'm going to probably have to open these so they know exactly what's what. There's really not that many. I may open them tomorrow. Do another video. But anyway, so there's a half an hour killed. Now I get the hiccups. There was a half an hour killed. 20 minutes. Find out. Oh, stop it. What's going on with this thing? Not too concerned. Like I said, open builds are really cool, which is one of the reasons I went with them. There was other machines I looked at that I think are actually better total machines per dollar. But what you get with open builds is service. Really, really good service. I have zero problems with. I mean, they always get right back to me. The only thing is that they're never there on the weekends. So if you hit them up on a Friday afternoon, you won't hear from them until Monday afternoon, because they usually spend Monday doing all their paperwork and catch up. And then about noon, you get them Monday. That's when they start doing service emails again. So anyway, yeah, there's that. But they are really good. I mean, I've had problems before with stupid stuff, and instant, they just took care of it. No questions asked. They're really, really good about it. So, yeah. And it's a decent machine. It's not the most expensive. It's not the least expensive. It is the biggest one, which I really didn't care about. I didn't care if it was this big. I really didn't want this big initially. But watching a few videos of other people build them, everything they say is like, yeah, this machine's great. Other machines, any CNC, and they always go, I wish I'd gotten the next step bigger. I wish I'd spent the extra money and gotten a bigger one. They always seem to want to do something bigger. So I'm like, okay. How much? This is just under $2,500. They're Big Mike. And that's without the router. The only thing I took out was the router. I did not also get, they have an option for a controller that basically plugs into this. This is the black box. This is basically the same thing as your board for any 3D printer. I just got this one all built. You can do a ramps. You can do anything. Pretty much the same thing as a 3D printer. They just need more beefy drivers. But That's an all built, all in one setup. It's got its own firmware. It just, and it's not that expensive. It's like $200 for this, which, you know, if you go with a Duet or something like that and then do firmware and then buy stepper drivers, well, you don't need to with a Duet, but blah, 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 you get my point. You know, this is more specific and for the CNC. And everyone I talked to about that, everything I read about that is, yes, this is a 1500 millimeter square CNC. The actual cut size, that's the external dimensions. The actual cut size is, I think it's 49 by 48, I think. I can't remember. The actual, it's more than half a sheet of plywood. Actually, I think it's 58 by 49. Because even though it's, you know, you got to counter for the X gantry and the actual head, so you lose some depth. It's, you can cut wider than you can deep because of, you know, the motor and X gantry and all that takes, you know, a foot basically. I'm guessing right around a foot with all this, you know, sticking out. You got two of these teeing off, one going horizontal, your X gantry, and then your Z gantry, then the motor, the actual router slash spindle. Dust. What you gonna make? Yes, sawdust. Actually, I'm figuring the first thing I'm gonna make is metal fragments as I break bits. I think I'm gonna break some bits. Matter of fact, I've been watching a lot of videos on that too. And they're all like, yeah, get the Amana. I think Amana. There's like two really good bit companies. Get the Amana, get this, get that. And then they go, no, wait. If you're just starting out, go on Amazon, buy the box of 100 for $20 and snap those first. Then go out and buy the Amana, or once you have the machine. And that's just what I did. I bought a box of, I think I got 40 bits for like $25 for the thing. And they're just little cheapos. I expect to break them. I'm not too concerned about it. And I did get one good flattening bit. What do they call it? Wasteboard bit, which is just a circular router bit. I probably didn't need to buy it. I probably have one here, but it's a good one. It was not cheap. I think it was about $80 for that one bit. And it planes off your material, but it's also made to plane off your wasteboard. So after you build the thing, and I probably won't do it right away, but you run it over your wasteboard so you have a dead ass smooth square to your machine wasteboard. So whenever you put material on it, it's flat. Yeah, I really don't expect me to break that many, but I'm more probably gonna break them because I have absolutely no idea, and I'm gonna break them because I'm going too fast, or I'm going too slow, or I'm trying to cut too much, or I got to go in too deep, and these are cheapo little. They look like 1/8-inch drill bits, most of them, maybe a little bigger. And there's like, I don't know, 10 up cut, 10 down cut, 10, real fine wedge point, and then 10 something else. There's 40 beds. There's 10 of each. And again, I don't expect these to be good. These are the, learn on bits. I will slowly accommodate and get better. They're not actually called bits, cutters, whatever you want to call them. Better ones down the road. But for trial and error, getting started, those are the ones. Oh, the other thing I had to do while I was out here was remember this. Because, come to find out, my pond sander, I went to take the sandpaper off, and this thing's so freaking old, the actual pad came with the paper, which these are known to do. and it's kind of just peeling off. So I got to take that off and order me a new one, but I needed to know which model this was. And it is the 333 5-inch, which is what I thought it was, but I wasn't positive because I've had it for like a million years. It's actually a nice palm sander. The star bit is a star bit. Let me unstar it. Somewhere around here, I got a big old box of bits, and I think I'll just use the ratcheting hand screwdriver. I won't bother with an impact. And pull that while I'm sitting here. I'm sure in this box of bits, I have one that'll fit it. Except for this one's probably way too big. It is. And this one's probably way too small. I know it is. So this is a T15, I believe, or a T10. That is a 10. So this is a 25, if I remember correctly. Yes. So I need either, I'm guessing I need a T20, which is this one right here. And that's the one I need. And that's tightening. That's loosening. Nope, that's tightening. That's loosening. I was backwards. So you can see. Well, that's why I didn't buy a $100 end mill. I haven't bought one yet because I know I'll break them. And from what I've seen, people say, I mean, even the cheap ones work. One, they don't last long. Yeah, lefty loosey. You know the problem? I've done so much work with left-handed tools. Almost all of my saws and everything are left-handed saws. So they rotate backwards. So all the loosening stuff is reversed. All my circular saws are left-handed. All my grinders are left-handed. Not that you need a left-handed grinder, but they spin backwards because people don't realize they actually make left-handed grinders. They're really hard to find. I actually have one. When you're cutting and you're left-handed, you're shooting the sparks at yourself. Hey, look, that's the model number right there. I need a new one of these because this sucker is toast. This is supposed to have Velcro on it. The Velcro stuck to the frickin' sandpaper. Let's put these screws back in here because knowing me, if I don't, I will lose them. And then I'm buying a new palm sander. And I really don't want to buy a new palm sander because they don't make them like this no more. Especially not Porter Cable. If you guys don't know, Porter Cable got bought out, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago by Black & Decker. And they have become the ultra cheapo line. And wow, I should really get a new belt while I'm at it, huh? Because that sucker is kind of not very stretchy anymore. Well, it's still holding. I don't know how much a new belt is. It can't be more than a couple bucks. This can go back in there. This is the ultimate screwdriver. The only thing I don't like about it is how hard these are going in and out. And I've had this thing for, oh God, couple, 3 years now at least. And I use it a lot. And they don't get looser. You'd think they break in or something. They don't. Anyway, enough of that. Time to go inside and figure it out from there. What I do need to do is shut this off and take a picture of this table so they know what's in the box. So I'm going to kill it and take a snapshot and send it to Open Builds and say, do you need anything else? And go from there. So later, guys. Have fun. Ending stream now.